So I've been on campus for 8 years, so I have stories for days on the impact this ministry has had on students' lives, from building a community to someone who was incredibly lonely that started on campus during COVID, or helping two Afghani families make their way back to the U.S. after the fall of Afghanistan. So within our ministry here at Western, we get to know students, of course, from all over the world. And we've had quite a few students from Afghanistan, and 3 specifically who had gone back home to fulfill their scholarship requirements. And when the Taliban took over in Afghanistan, we reached out even more urgently to see how they were and how things were going. And with the partnership with the university and our ministry, we were able to get them back here in the U.S. with their families safely. So this impact is not just here, but it is worldwide.
In 2014, Joshua Amazechi started this program to really reach people internationally over in Nigeria, and then we started infiltrating into Uganda, and then now we're in the States. But our main goal was to really communicate the gospel of Jesus Christ with countries around the world, and to extend the ability to take classes and learn about Jesus on a grander scale. Lima Institute stands for Leadership, Education, Mission for Africa. We are based out of Nigeria, Uganda, and the United States currently. Our whole goal is to help ministry leaders and pastors build ministries that are sustainable. Lima equips pastors and ministry leaders both in the United States and in Africa to help them build sustainable ministries both financially and spiritually. As you can imagine, when an immigrant moves to America, the transition is very difficult. And so our goal here at Lima is for those African immigrants that are coming to Michigan, solely Michigan right now, is to help them get accustomed to the American culture, address some basic needs like speaking in English and learning how to shop and get around. But also, we want to address the major need of the leadership within ministry. Many of these immigrants aren't taught actual biblical foundational principles in their country of origin. So they're coming back to America without this training. And so our goal is to help them get the leadership training they need to build their ministries and their churches. In 2020, in Kent County alone here in Michigan, there was approximately 53,000 immigrants that were from outside of the United States. 11.3% of those, or about 6,000 people of that number, speak English well. So what we look at is a great number of people who are coming to Michigan who lack a basic need to be able to communicate effectively.
Bethany Christian Services helps refugees resettle in the United States. We serve about 100 refugees each year originating from over 12 different countries. We serve refugees at the time of their arrival, starting with their basics with food and housing. We continue to serve them through the provision of healthcare, transportation, education, and employment. Our work allows refugees to feel welcome and quickly achieve self-sufficiency and belonging in our community.
So the kingdom of God is represented at our ministry with different faces, different cultures, different backgrounds, different religions even coming together. And with that, we continue to further the gospel with our connections with students. So our biggest hope for the ministry is to cultivate international influencers for Christ. So International Campus Ministry has been a part of Western Michigan University since the late 70s, and the population that they serve has always been international students. We love on domestic students as well, as long as they're friends with international students. So yeah, International Campus Ministry, the main meeting point each week is a Thursday luncheon for international students. So we see around 150 to 200 students there, and different churches in the Kalamazoo area and even outside of Kalamazoo bring the food, so that frees the staff up and the volunteers to make those relationships around the table, build communities there, and also from there we have one-on-one discipleship a lot, and Bible studies, discussion groups, and of course all the fun things in between around campus. So the funds from this event, just like other funds from churches and individuals, go right into the ministry to continue to support the staff and the ministry opportunities that are available to students. We have many supporting churches in Kalamazoo, so this will be just a part of that.
The funds for the immigrant program that we're beginning will go directly towards student tuition. The students that are coming are just starting out here in the culture here in America, and many of them are just trying to get a job, not only pay for their family and what the immediate needs they have, but they're also needing to pay for school now with Lima, but anything additional that would come with that. So the money that comes in tonight would go towards student sponsorship or student tuition, and within that tuition they would cover things like our rent, insurance, student supplies, student books. They would cover even our teachers taking the time that they need to every week to make sure they get them to the next step in their education.
Funds donated will go directly to supporting our refugee clients, helping to meet immediate needs that they have as they integrate into the Kalamazoo community. We hope to see clients succeed in their goals and become valuable members of our community.